Hi everyone, my name is Renee Long and I am here with Christi Trimble, one of our ACHS students, and we are here in Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City, for the Alliance of International Aromatherapists 2015 Aromatherapy Conference. So we're very excited to be here. We're meeting a lot of wonderful aromatherapists and getting to connect with a lot of ACHS students and graduates, and it's just been a wonderful event so far. So today we're going to sit down and talk with Christi about how she's using her education currently and what she's doing and her plans for the future. So welcome. So Christi, what program are you currently enrolled in?
I'm currently enrolled in the Holistic Health Practitioner program.
Great.
Getting a diploma, and then I'll move on to Masters of Aromatherapy.
Wonderful. Very cool. So tell me about what you're doing right now in your career and how you're using your holistic health education to further that.
I started out becoming certified as a birth and bereavement doula through Still Birth Day.
Wow.
And so I help women birth with any outcome in any trimester. And that kind of brought me to the health side of pregnancy. And then my own health side of pregnancy, I had gestational diabetes.
Oh, wow.
And have kept it at bay so far this pregnancy. But if I didn't have the holistic health knowledge that I have, it would be a lot more difficult to provide the full spectrum support that I'm able to provide.
Absolutely. Can you talk a little bit more about being a bereavement doula? What does that entail?
It's basically helping families through loss.
Okay.
Loss in any trimester, a loss where the baby is going to be born and maybe will live for a short time due to some type of medical condition or situation. Right. There's a lot of different reasons that things happen and go on every single week of the pregnancy. So, I mean, anything from an early first-term miscarriage through, a 39, 40-week stillbirth. And everything in between that. So it's partially helping them physically through the pregnancy, through the birth process, and then especially through the grieving process afterwards. Which is where a lot of the holistic health stuff comes in.
For wellness.
Aromatherapy, all kinds of little things that can help take the edge off of the difficult days that they have.
And that is such a really wonderful testimony to how holistic health can be incorporated in a number of different arenas in the human experience. Like, you wouldn't necessarily think, bereavement and loss is a place for holistic incorporation of your knowledge, but it absolutely is. And that's really wonderful that you're doing that work. It's incredible. So why did you choose ACHS for your holistic health education?
It started kind of working backwards. I looked at the certifications and professional designations that were out there, and then I tried to figure out which ones I wanted. And since I had gestational diabetes, I was really into nutrition. And then it turned into holistic nutrition, which turned into holistic health practitioner. And so it just kind of spiraled into things, but I wanted to look at the designations first because I know they come with certain requirements. And then aromatherapy especially has other requirements and only certain courses that are, when you take them, there's only certain courses that you're eligible to take that registered aromatherapist test through ARC. So I kind of wanted to find out what my requirements were. Where I could get educated that met those requirements and worked with those organizations so I wasn't wasting my time or my money at different places. And then I found out that ACHS was an accredited university. I'm a military spouse, so I wanted fit. There's something called a MyCAA grant, and so military spouses of certain ranks are eligible for a $4,000 grant.
Oh, wow.
So I also wanted to find somewhere that I could use my grant money that qualified me to go onto these professional designations and the tests for obtaining them. And so ACHS was just like the perfect combination of everything.
Of all the wonderful things.
All in one.
That's so great. That's so wonderful to hear. So if you could give one piece of advice to current students right now, what would it be?
do what I did, work backwards. Figure out what it is that you might want. Figure out what the requirements of those certifications or professional designations are, and then see what fits those requirements. I have so many friends, especially in aromatherapy now, who go, oh yeah, I'm a certified aromatherapist. And I go, oh, well great, you should take the registered aromatherapist test and become an RA, and let's, elevate the profession. Absolutely. And they keep going and looking into that like I suggested, and then they find out that their certification program does not fulfill the requirements. Yeah. So I would say work backwards, figure it out. If there is a grant program, that you're eligible for, like military and MyCAA, find out what their requirements are and get everything all lined up and see what intersects and works best, because that's what's going to be good financially. It's going to be good time-wise. You don't want to waste a year going through different programs to find out that you need to do something else that you could have done from the get-go.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. Looking towards the future and seeing what your end goal would like to be. I mean, obviously things change all the time, but that's a good way to kind of look at it. And then if something changes, you can adapt from there, rather than having to say, oh man, my dream, I started on this path, and then, oh no, now I have to take a different course. So
and I think there's a big difference between having a career goal and then having an idea of, oh, I really like that. Yeah. Maybe I should look into doing that. Set a goal, write it down, because then it's an actual goal.
Yeah. And you're working towards a point.
Yeah, and make a plan and just get on it.
Awesome. Great advice. So what are your plans for the future? You talked a little bit about it before, but maybe you can go into a little more detail. Well, I'm kind of growing my birth business at the moment. I took a placenta encapsulation certification course, which is another one of those national things that's kind of, on the growing side of the professional aspect. So I went through APPA for that, because they remind me a lot of ACHS, and that, their standards and their requirements, and, it is just a really good fit for me. So I'm going to finish my holistic health practitioner diploma and go on to take the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapists. I'm going to join that. I'm going to join AIA. Yeah, I want the holistic nutrition designation. Through NAMP.
Yes, that one. I'm trying to roll it all into one well-rounded
holistic practice.
Yeah, exactly. So that I can support in a lot of different ways. Yeah. Whatever comes through. It's interesting because I started the birth stuff thinking about labor and birth. Right. And now it's like this metamorphosis into postpartum care, be it fertility care after a loss and the fertility side of postpartum, or the healing the grief side of postpartum, even some prenatal stuff with, fertility when there hasn't been a loss or just hasn't been a pregnancy. It's like once these women find out I'm doing all this health and nutrition stuff, they circle around and go, oh, well, could you help me with this?
Yeah,
I've got this going on.
It opens up,
Yeah, so it's developing in all these different things that I didn't even necessarily see coming, but they all still fit within this career plan that I've kind of created. But I'm really interested in clinical aromatherapy, and that's why I'm continuing on with the Masters of Aromatherapy, so I can get those hours in.
Right, and work with clients that way.
Yeah. So while I'm working with clients, I can be doing it the right way and, writing everything down and assessing things.
Yeah,
and
have the fullest education so you're fully equipped.
Yeah, exactly, because I need to be equipped not only for my clients, but on my professional side as well, with the business side of things. And, if I want to do a study and get published at some point down the road, I want to be working towards that properly instead of haphazardly and going, oh, well, that was a missed opportunity. I'd rather make the most of everything as it comes along. Yeah,
well, it sounds like you're making a wonderful plan. I'm so excited to see all of this unfold. It's going to be wonderful. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. Okay, so I asked this of all our students and graduates that I interview. if you were going to choose an essential oil to distill and use while you were stranded on a desert island, and you can only choose one, which would it be?
If I had to only choose one, it would probably be lavender, because
good one.
I'd probably be sunburned.
Yeah, I mean, you want that on the burn, absolutely.
And kind of stressed out, and probably kind of stinky. So I think that would be a good, solid choice.
Yeah, I think so too. I think lavender is a pretty good catch-all for most things. And you can even put it into your coconut that you would be eating and add a little flavor. So,
yes, exactly.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Christi. It was wonderful chatting with you today, and we're having so much fun at the conference. And thanks everyone for watching, and we hope to see you in 2017, I believe, is the next one. So have a good day.